Oh baby, I don't know about you, but I am getting pretty pumped for E3. We are just a little bit away from the big show, so I thought it'd be fun to dive back into last year, 2017, to take a look at 12 games that have yet to be released and see where we're at. Is there new information since E3 2017, or are we just in the dark about a lot of these things? Okay, well, let's jump into the alphabetical order and start with Anthem, a game I am super pumped for and very hesitant. This is the Destiny-like from BioWare. When they showed it at the EA press conference, it was just a little bit of a teaser. It mainly got broken down to this long demo during the Microsoft E3 show. At the end of the trailer, they said it's coming in 2018. Since then, we have not seen any other footage, but it has been delayed till 2019. And it seems like a lot of the reports or the language they use that it might be even coming beyond that. It's very strange. You know, BioWare has had a weird time since they didn't do well with Mass Effect Andromeda. That was supposedly a B tier team, and this is like the A team, so I don't know. Then again, EA has mismanaged a lot of their games, what with closing a Visceral and ending that Star Wars deal, and just Star Wars Battlefront 2 was bad. It's just, up in the air whether or not it's going to be good, but I hope we get to see some more at the very least, even though it has been sadly delayed until 2019. Next, let's jump into Beyond Good and Evil 2, which closed out Ubisoft's press conference, and to my surprise, it was a CG trailer, just like when they announced Beyond Good and Evil 2 originally, and then it just went dead for a very long time. And then they brought the CG trailer out as well, and they kind of talked a big game and essentially that they're starting development, but maybe not much is done. But then at E3, they showed a developer diary, and as of the beginning of May, they also had a developer diary 2 where they showed some more stuff from that exact same, there was like a big huge Buddha statue that they kind of showed off, but not actual gameplay, just more like putting characters in this big massive world. I mean, it looks very promising, but it's not like Ubisoft is in the habit of canceling games. In fact, for the most part, they're pretty good, at least to what we know about. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is just kind of their worst example. Will we see it at E3? I don't think so, since they had a developer diary in the beginning of May. That doesn't seem there's a lot, work. Why would they show it then and then show some more at E3? It just doesn't really make sense. Again, I don't think a lot of time has actually been spent developing this one yet. A game that has been in development for a long time is Crackdown 3. My goodness, this was announced in 2014, and since then it's been very quiet. They talked about using the cloud computing of the Xbox One to make the game better, but because they had to roll back on making everything, exclusive for online only, when they first announced the Xbox One, remember you had to actually authenticate that you were online or that you own these games or something and check in, and then it was a huge disaster, and then they dialed back, and it's been kind of a disaster ever since. But last year they came back with a bang after having it being seemingly dead forever. They showed Terry Crews. He's in the game and he was kind of crazy, and that was pretty fun. And they showed the game and it looked like Crackdown 3, nothing amazing. They didn't spend that much time on it, and it was supposed to come out with the Xbox One X. And then they got delayed, and now we're in this weird point where, is it coming out? Is it going to be canceled like a buttload of other Xbox One exclusives? Who's to say? Next, let's go to Sony with Days Gone, and this is a game that I feel so troubled about. I actually think it looks pretty cool. Yes, it's another zombie game, but the zombies are different enough that it looks interesting. It looks gorgeous. They are kind of more crazy, kind of like 28 Days Later, very fast zombies. There's an open world. The thing that's weird to me is Sony already has this. If this was Xbox, I would totally understand and be on board, because they don't, they have State of Decay 2 from, indie developers, but nothing solely their own. But because Sony already has The Last of Us, and The Last of Us 2 has been announced, it just seems weird to me that we have two zombie games, from Sony. It just, the demo they showed last year looks very cool. I know a lot of people have a lot of hate on it because of, maybe some of the reasons that I just named, about it being, another Last of Us type situation, and they already have that. But I don't know. I kind of hope we see more or get a date or something. I feel it just, has an unfair advantage, I would say. Let's move on to a Sony game that we know for sure is coming out this year with Marvel's Spider-Man. A dumb name, but we have a release date for the PS4 on September 7th. I couldn't be more excited. They've released some kind of trailers since this initial E3 demo. And there's a cover story in Game Informer. They detail a lot of stuff. It seems like maybe there's some Avengers plot. Maybe Black Panther is in it, and maybe Tony Stark is in it. Who knows? I'm sure we'll get the full details at E3. It's going to be part of Sony's showcase. I am sure of that. Since it's coming out in September, I don't want to know too much. I am hesitant because it is a licensed game, but I do like Insomniac, though they have been up and down in terms of their output. I mean, it looks good, and I love the developer. There's ups and downs between licensed games and Insomniac, so who's to say? I am very excited about it. Not much to say because we do have a date, and it's on a weird mystery thing. So let's instead get into Metro Exodus. Now, when they showed this new trailer last E3, it said 2018, but now recently it actually got delayed to 2019. Now, I'm not really a fan of this series. I tried both the Metro games for Xbox 360, and they're fine. I don't know what the fervor is. I mean, for me, the post-apocalyptic setting is cool. I just didn't find the gameplay that great. If I wanted to play, this type of shooter, I would go back to Fallout 3 for that gritty atmosphere. Because it's on a new console, maybe they'll get more of the lighting and the shooting right, but I mean, that's kind of what I didn't like about the other ones, along with some graphical things. But, I'm always hopeful, and the Xbox certainly needs some exclusive games. This one I am dying to know more about, which is Metroid Prime 4. Literally, all we got last year was a logo, and since then, all we have literally got is a logo. I don't even know what to say because there's no footage or anything or details, so fingers crossed that we're going to be seeing some more Metroid via Nintendo. In that same vein, where is the Pokemon for Switch? We didn't even get a title, not even a teaser, nothing. Just the director talking about, we're making a core Pokemon title as he's doodling and talking about that stupid Pokemon fighting game from the Tekken guys that was not that great. There has been leaks for Pokemon, the Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. People are getting pretty good at Photoshop, but those just seem very legit. But I have seen screenshots too, and they don't look any better than the 3DS versions. And I've been waiting for a 3D full rendered Pokemon all my life, and this is, technically a console. And if we're just getting a weird port, I am going to be devastated. So out of the two for Metroid and Pokemon, I guess I would rather see Pokemon, but who's to say what we will actually see? Probably neither. Let's go back to Ubisoft for Skull and Bones. This was their ship pirate battle game. Now, for a long time after Assassin's Creed 3, I really thought that, man, the only good part of Assassin's Creed 3 was the ship battles, and then they made a game all about that kind of with the fourth game, which was Black Flag, it was all about pirates, but not quite piratey enough. I mean, it was, but it was also still Assassin's Creed, so, bad Assassin's Creed stuff, cool pirate stuff. But they've done a lot since then, and I feel like Skull and Bones is too little too late. Plus, it just seems like it's a multiplayer only game, and I don't care about that at all, if that's what it is. So I really don't know what to feel. When it showed, it said it was slated for fall 2018. But since then, as of a few weeks ago, it has now been delayed into their fiscal year for 2019 and 2020. So sometime between April 1st, 2019 to March 31st, 2020 is when we should be seeing that theoretically. So, kind of a weird delay there. Maybe they were retooling stuff, maybe adding a campaign. That would be pretty cool in my book. Another game that has been missing since is Starlink Battle for Atlas. Do you remember this thing? This was their Toys to Life Lego thing where it's a space shooter and you buy kits and you make your ship and you can customize your gun loadout. It seemed cool at the time, but since then, Toys to Life has all but gone. Disney Infinity is gone, Lego Dimensions is gone, Skylanders is gone. The only thing left is Amiibo, but that was never really Toys to Life. It was more like a figure for DLC. So I think they're going to quietly scrap this thing and no one's going to be that disappointed. Ubisoft train continues with Transference. This is the Elijah Wood weird trippy VR game where we didn't see any gameplay, just like this weird, again, trippy video of them talking about this fake reality where they unlock the mind to go into another dimension. Yeah, again, very strange. It was supposed to come out spring 2018. Now apparently it's supposed to be coming fall 2018. That was quietly shuffled around, so who knows if we'll see it this year? I don't know. And last but not least, but kind of least because I'm not really that pumped for it, we have Yoshi for the Switch, which just looks like the Wii U game, but a little bit more 2D and a little bit more Little Big Planet-y because you're kind of swapping between the backgrounds. I mean, Yoshi's adorable, but just kind of like Kirby, they're a little bit easier games, and, co-op is always good. I'm always down for an easy co-op game for some of my non-gaming friends, but it's, just like Kirby for the Switch that just came out this year. It was fine, but, didn't ignite my passion like Mario Odyssey or Breath of the Wild did. But yeah, those are the 12 games that we will probably see more of at E3 that have been missing since last E3 in some form or another. Yeah, sure, a lot of these games have been detailed, like Spider-Man, of course, but I just, cobbled together 12 things that I'd like to learn more about, or whatever. Anyway, thank you for joining my rambling. Hope to see you more with my E3 2018 coverage. See you then! My name is Tristan, and you've been watching ReActionExaminer, wherein I do my best to create interesting videos to entertain and educate you fine folks. Be sure to subscribe, that helped me out a lot. And if you want to check out more, be sure to read my work over on The Gamer, wherein I write fun little listicles. You can also drop by my personal website, GameJerk, wherein I post other articles and reviews. All these links and more can be found in the description below. Thanks, and see you all next time.